We recently stopped by Fast Times Motor Works in Morton Grove, Illinois to check out their latest creation, a true 1,000 horsepower Chevy that runs on ordinary pump gas and maintains mild manners for the street. Let's see how they did it.
A more traditional way of making, up 1,000 horsepower and more on pump gas is going to be to put a huge supercharger on it, or a huge turbocharger, or twins, or spraying it, or nitrous and turbos and superchargers, or whatever fits the application of what you want to do. But this motor is a little bit different because it's something that is doesn't really have any compression in it, and the blower is actually really undersized for what the application is, as far as the engine size goes.
How much power did this thing make?
Made just over 1,000 horsepower on 93 octane and 940 foot-pounds of torque. The motor's a 598 cubic inch big block, which is based off of our 920 horse naturally aspirated package engine. That's where it started.
But it's probably totally unstreetable, right?
No, it actually idles at about 750 RPM and makes peak power at 6,400. The blower actually is almost like a sedative for this engine.
So if you were in stop-and-go traffic, you'd be sitting there just idling away. It wouldn't give you any grief.
Right. It'd sound nasty because of the supercharger, but
that'd be cool.
I mean,
why don't we have one of these in my old Impala? We should stick this in my old Impala and go cruise that thing around.
Because you don't have your old Impala.
Oh, we'll go buy it back. Does anybody want to buy my cars back for me? I'll drive them again.
Right when I got the engine started, everything was brand new and fresh. I wanted to idle pretty high at about 1,100, so I set the carb the best that I could with the enclosure hat off of it and the belt off of the supercharger, and shut the engine down, bolted everything up, put the belt on it, started it up, and it actually idles about 300 to 400 RPM lower.
Well, then why does it idle so low? It just idles beautiful. Is it a reasonable cam? I mean, it must not be.
If I told you, it'd probably scare you because of the size.
I was going to say, if I told you, I'd have to kill you.
Right.
I hate that expression.
If I told you, I'd have to kill you, but must be a pretty nice little supercharger for it to work the way that it's working on this engine. The only thing that would be secret is the camshaft, but everything else you can find out on our website about it. I mean, it's one of our package engines, so I mean, it's not like we can keep it a secret as far as what it's going to be.
Okay, now what does it use for a fuel management system? I mean, I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. It looks like a simple...
Uses a carburetor.
Just a plain old carburetor sitting in that box.
There's a regular carburetor in the box, and there's really nothing special. It was actually one that we had built for it by somebody that we used to build our carburetors, but otherwise there's nothing, there's no electronics, nothing that controls the engine.
So this motor, you could buy this motor in a crate and bolt it in your car and it's ready to run?
Absolutely. It'll come off the dyno, go right in the crate, and it can be shipped right to your house.
It'd make any car just about anything go in the 8s, I would imagine. It'd be fast.
Yeah, it would actually be a really fun motor to have on the street, especially with as low as it idles and where the peak power is made. It really is a good street engine. And if anybody would want an engine like this 1,000 horsepower pump gas engine, all they'd have to do is give us a call or send us an email, and we can get one right out to you.